Hello students, welcome to ASOC Tutorials India program, a platform to learn ham amateur radio in India. And this topic is continue to the Inductance Explain Part 4. Hope you have seen previous sessions on Inductance Explain because this is continue to Inductance Explain and of course also Capacitance Explain, and today I am going to cover basic knowledge of LC filters. So this topic is continue to the regulator, rectifier. Just recap. If you see a power supply, this power supply is a group of circuits that convert the standard AC voltage 220 volt 50 hertz domestic supply from wall outlet using adapter or some other kind of supply. So first, if you see this power supply or adapter, normally the first item is transformer. This transformer is a device that step up or step down the AC voltage provided by the wall outlet at desired amplitude through the action of magnetic field. This magnetic field, or I can say mutual inductance, already has been explained in previous sessions. So this AC wave is coming to the transformer and it is going to convert at desired level as per our need, maybe 6, 9, 12 or even 15 voltage if it is stepped down. So next part is the rectifier. What rectifier is doing? It is a set of diodes that converts the AC input voltage to a pulsating DC voltage. This topic also has been explained in previous session. Kindly see that one to understand about the rectifiers. So this rectifier section pulsating DC voltage is only suitable to be used as a battery charger but not good enough to be used as a electronic gadgets like radio, stereo system, computer, printer, even DTH adapter, etc. We need a better quality output. In summary, I can say a rectified signal has ripples, thus need a filter to smooth it. And this filter is today's session. This filter is a circuit used to reduce the fluctuation in the rectified output voltage, or I can say ripples that provided a steadier DC voltage. Next, after filter is regulator, a circuit used to produce a constant DC output voltage by reducing the ripple to negligible level. And this is one of the part of the power supply, and hope in my previous session or Zener diode you have seen that also have covered. And one more thing, as per ASOC I need only Zener diode, otherwise I can explain you positive voltage regulator such as 78 series or negative voltage regulator as 79 series, or even operational amplifiers based current or voltage limiter regulators, but examine is not asking, so I'm not going to cover such kind of parts. So I'm continue, and this regulated power supply will go to the load RL, which is your device. Now I am continue here. Why do we need filters? Already told you the ripples in the signal or pulsating DC denote the presence of some AC component. So this AC component has to be completely removed in order to get the pure or near to the pure DC output. So we need a circuit that smoothens the rectified output into a near to pure DC signal as shown you on the screen, ideal filter output. So this filter circuit is one which remove the AC component present in the rectified output. A filter circuit is constructed using the two main components, inductors and capacitors. Listen carefully. We have already studied in basic electronic tutorial in the past that an inductors allow DC and block AC, and capacitor allow AC and block DC. I am continuing on this point again and again. So let us try to construct a few filters using these two components in next slides. First, I'm using inductance in series as a L filter. So this series inductor filter, this allowed DC and block AC, and this filter called series inductor filter, and can be constructed by connecting the inductor in series between the rectifier output and the load RL. This rectified output, when passed through the filter, the inductor blocks the AC component that are present in the signal in order to provide a near to pure DC. This is a simple primary filter you may get in maximum. Going to the next, using capacitor as a shunt. So this capacitor allow AC and block DC component. So it is called shunt capacitor filter and can be constructed using a capacitor connected in shunt or in parallel as shown the image on the screen. This rectified output, when passes through the filter, the AC component present in the pulsating DC or signal are grounded through the capacitor and remaining pass through. So now let us try to use both of them to make a better filter L and C. But before that one, if you see a wave shape passing a DC through a capacitor, when it is a AC wave inputs, the diode is converting to the pulsating DC. It is look like a half wave rectifier, and capacitor is trying to smooth it. The moment this pulse is going down, it will release energy, and the output after this filter will look like on your screen as a blue. This is for half wave rectifier. Now if it is a full wave rectifier, first full wave rectifier convert both waves, and capacitor try to make smooth this pulsating DC, and the output result will be look like as on your screen. This is much better than pulsating DC. It is near to the AC, but still some pulses are there. So I'm continue on combination LC filter, now using both. You can see on your screen this filter, because taking as a inductor first, so it is also called choke input filter, because inductor is also called a choke. This output of this filter is much better than previous two ones. So going continue. Now I am using three components, two capacitors and inductors, and making a circuit like you can see on your screen as a pi filter. This is called a pi filter. This is another type of filter which is very commonly used. It has a capacitor at its input, and hence it is also called a capacitor input filter. Here two capacitor and one inductors are connected in the form to make a pi. So how it works? First, capacitor C1. This filter capacitor offered high reactance to the DC components and the low reactance to the AC components or signal, and after grounding the AC components present in the pulsating DC or signal, the signal passes to the inductor for further filtration or smoothing. Now inductor L. This inductor offers low reactance or resistance to the DC component, while it tried to block the AC component if any got managed to pass through the capacitor C1. So result is much better, and in continue there is another capacitor C2. Now this signal is further smoothened using capacitor so that it allows any other AC component presence in the signal which is inductor has failed to block it or due to frequency reason, it will try to smooth it again, and the result Vm max voltage will be near about to the pure DC. So thus we get a desired near to the pure DC output at the load RL, and this RL will be used as a output device. So this is one of the example how we are using filter circuit. But here, as you are going in transmitter, receivers, and so many parameters, this topic required more information on LC filter. First you have to understand their common application, such application which include a power supplies as discussed in previously, and in audio, electronics, radio communication. Now I want to tell you this filter or these filter can be active or passive. There are four type of filters mainly. First, low pass, high pass, band pass, and notch band reject. So going in detail, in summary, first, low pass filter. Low pass filters are such filters that pass DC and low frequency signal and high frequency signals are stopped, and they are most widely used filter circuit and are mainly used to cut high frequency noises. In audio, they are also used to cut treble, mid-range sound component of bass speakers. Now coming to the high pass filter. As the name high pass, high frequency will go. So high pass filters are filter circuit that cut DC and low frequency signal and pass high frequency signals of AC or sine wave. They are used to cut low frequency noise in the audible range, cut mid range, bass signal component of treble speaker, etc. when it comes to the term equalizer or audio terms. The next one is high pass filter. Again, it is continued to the high pass filter. High pass filters are same one. Just this is a repetition. I have to check it again. Now coming to the, there is a mistake. There should be a band pass filter. Third one, band pass filter are such filter they are allowing to a specific group of frequency or band of frequency and cutting previous and after frequency. That is called band pass filter. And third is not filter or band reject. As band opposite to the band pass, it is the band reject or band stop filter. This device or set of filter rejects or block the transmission of frequency within a specific frequency range and allow frequency outside that range. This notch filter eliminate transmission of a narrow band of frequency such as AC ripples or continued noise coming from some other source like CFL, etc., and allow transmission of all other frequency above and below this band, as it eliminates a specific group of frequency. Hence it is called a band elimination filter. This you will get in maximum HF sets in amateur radio. So apart from using filters in power supply and impedance matching transformer, designer can use for impedance filter circuit. That is also very important, not going in details. This kind of filter is especially important on the output of RF amplifiers because they generate a lot of unwanted harmonics that have to be filtered before they are transmitted by the antenna, because they can cause interference to neighbor surrounding frequency, and as per amateur radio rules it is illegal also. You are not supposed to disturb the other services. So radio power amplifiers only generate harmonics, and harmonic signals are always the multiple of the base signal, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, so on. So they always have higher frequency than the base signal. This is why we use such kind of filter. This topic on LC filter is still continue, but I had to continue to semiconductor. Previously I had taken PN junction, uni junction. Now I had to go to bi-junction, or I can say bipolar junction transistor. And this is my end of today's session, and I am continue in next section on semiconductor with the topic bipolar junction transistor, BJT. Hope you like it. If you like it, kindly subscribe to my channel. If you have any comment, please mention in YouTube channel. Thank you very much. See you again in next session. Till that time, bye bye. Have a nice day.